and so does ours.
We might not be alone.
Oh, shapeshifter!
Everybody dies.
No to siemano w kolejnym odcinku. Słuchajcie, lecimy dalej. Ja już oczywiście dotarłem prawie na miejsce. Pamiętajcie, jak wam się podoba, subie, kopa w górę i komentarz dla zasięgów. Na Discorda zapraszam, wiadomo, i tak dalej, na Twitcha również, gdzie mamy jakieś tam różne dziwne streamki. A my lecimy, słuchajcie, dalej, czyli szukamy tego Sindriego i on jest gdzieś tutaj, rzekomo. A więc, żeby nie marnować czasu, walimy od razu w sam środek. Oho, tu coś się dzieje, widzę. Dawaj, tu lecimy. Zdążyłem, nice. No i zawsze, i wcale umiejętność nie jest potrzebna, nie? Do tego ptaka. Rozwalmy te posiłki. Oho. Siema. O ty dziadzie jeden. Też tak umiem machać. No. Dobra, daj mi to. Moc zimy bym chciał. Pod piąteczką. I to fajnie zamraża przeciwników. Dużo czasu można sobie kupić w ten sposób. Dobra, szybka rozkmina, co tu jest grane.
Given the puddles on the floor, he must have taken a bath in it.
O. Okej. Dobra, ziomek to chyba przesłuchanie miał.
A chain was placed here. From the scarring, something heavy was suspended from it. I've carried enough dwarves recently to know they are not as light as they look.
Okej. Jeszcze gdzieś coś było, nie? O właśnie.
This blood is many days old. One trail leads in, the other out.
I jeszcze u góry, tak jest, dobra. Myślałem, że w klatce coś będzie jeszcze.
What do we have here? The Muspels have a prison not far from here. Jan's Hus, they call it.
No dobra.
Some days ago, Sindri was captured while sneaking outside. He was dragged in here for interrogation. His belongings were seized. Even his roasted acorns, one of the many dwarven delicacies I will never fathom. They tried to loosen his tongue, using the same sweet mead he himself sought. Almost drowned him in it. But the shelter has not been raided. So Sindri must have remained strong and refused to give them its location. Instead, he was dragged away, bloodied, drunk as a fish, but alive, most likely to face further tortures at a makeshift prison named Jan's Hus. That is where I should go next.
Nie wiem, trochę dziwne upijać więźnia, żeby go przesłuchać, bo przecież jak się uchlejesz, to w sobie prawie nic nie boli, nie? Więc... No ale dobra, my lecimy teraz tam, kilometr aż. Może tak, wyczyśćmy to. O Jezus, aż tam. Dobra, słuchajcie, to żeby nie marnować czasu, ja tam dotrę i widzimy się za chwilę w takim razie. Dobra, słuchajcie, jesteśmy na miejscu, generalnie.
It's likely Sindri was brought here many days ago. I hope I'm not too late.
Must be all that meat in their fat little bellies.
I poszukajmy chłopa. Tu można wejść, 3 strzały mamy. Czy jak ja w to strzelę? Chłop nie usuje się, dobra. Okej.
One of the gemstones that dwarf mentioned.
No złaś na dół, cyk. Ktoś tu drze ryja, więc gdzieś tu ktoś jest. Jakieś grawerowane klejnoty, coś tam. Aha, i wyjścia stąd nie ma, rozumiem. Cyk, cyk. Dobra, no to idziemy z powrotem, tak jak przyszliśmy. Przecież nie, tu jest przecież. O, opal od razu. Dobra. Dawaj, ptasiora. Dobra, wszystko jasne.
The giants have no mercy. When I face them, I will show them none.
Cyk, jeden. Po cichaczu spróbujemy tylu, ile się da. Się kurwa zabije zaraz o coś. Doleci do niego? Powiedz, że doleci tam. Nie, za daleko jest. W sumie dobra. Dobra, i ten teraz tutaj przyjdzie, więc zaraz go porobimy. No, chodź, Jomek, chodź, chodź, chodź. Niespodzianka. Drugi raz już cię raczej nie wskrzesi, nie? Zostawmy tu pułapkę w razie co. I dobra, otwieramy chłopów. O nie.
Most of the dead have been roasted upon the flames.
Dobra. No i tyle ze skradania się.
Most of the dead have been roasted upon the flames. That body over there. I hope it's not who I think it is.
Siemano. Ale śmiesznie wygląda, jak oni ze sobą współpracują, w sensie... Spalisz się, czy nie? Nie, nie spalisz się. No w sumie jak się spalisz, jak ty jesteś przecież z ognia? Dobra, nieważne. Co my tu jeszcze mamy? Szybka akcja. Opale zawsze spoko. Gdzie tu? O, gruby. Ło, nie! O mnie wypierdolił. Ziomek. Masz, zgubiłeś coś. Ale to mało obrażeń zadaje, masakra. Buła, cyk, a nie tam jakieś. No. Dawaj, co masz? Czy to mi się przyda? Nie, nie przyda mi się.
You have my sincere thanks, friend.
Sincere thanks, friend, no problem. No dobra. Teraz by się przydało chodzenie po lawie. Tu jest chodzenie po lawie. Ole przyjarany ziom.
I know this mark. Whoever he was, he had his hooker cruelly stolen. I can sense that the Salakar was satisfied on this occasion. Was this Kalda's first victim? And that amulet, the sigil. Sindri, reckless fool, all this was a meat. Oh well, it is done. I must return the body to Broke.
Nie gadaj, że teraz będę musiał iść całą tą drogę. A czy ja mogę go na wierzchowca gdzieś tu wrzucić? Połóż, o mogę, cyk. Dobra, no ale w zasadzie nie będziemy jechać taki kawał drogi, więc ja tam dojadę na miejsce i widzimy się za chwilę. Dobra, jesteśmy. Podnieś chłopa. I let's go.
But the nature of his death, that was not chance. When the enemy realized they had such a prize in their clutches.
Not be our missing master.
Okej, i tutaj go trzeba walnąć, tak jest.
Who is this you bring? No! It can't be!
Master Broker, I share in your grief. Truly I do. Your brother was the worthiest of dwarfs. More so than you will ever know.
Oh, Sindri. No. No! My dear Sindri.
The funeral arrangements are being made outside. I must use this chance to bend Broker to my will.
No tak. Trzeba wykorzystać sytuację, jak na Odyna przystało, tak. Dobra, gdzie ten chłop jest? Cyk. A tu jest wyjście chyba na zewnątrz, nie? Tak jest. No gdzie jesteś, chłopie? Ale ten ptak jest naprawdę przydatny akurat, nie? Jeśli chodzi o eksplorację w ogóle.
How can I tell?
I must find a way to ease Broker's sorrow. And make him amenable to my wishes.
No dobra.
You lied to me. You said you would save him.
I said I would find him.
That ain't my brother. Not anymore. What happened? Tell me. Everything.
As I neared the village, I heard a great roar, like that of a wounded bear. Soon after, I witnessed the final act of a mighty battle. Sindri beset by giants on all sides. It was he who made the godlike roars.
He always did have a deep voice.
He wielded his hammer and chisel with uncommon skill.
Yes, yes, I've seen him do it many times in the workshop.
Giants lay strewn about, slain by Sindri's hand. But then, one of cowardly aspect struck your brother treacherously in the back. Yet even as Sindri succumbed to the blow, he lopped his chisel and struck the coward dead, right between the eyes.
Sindri did all that?
So it will be written.
I zobacz, jak w prosty sposób można
Son of a rock, where did you hide?
można zmienić postrzeganie chłopa, nie? No a kiedyś to w sumie najważniejsze chyba było, nie? Z tego co kojarzę.
With you when my heart is
Cut
torn
down that
asunder.
oak tree, now Sindri's gone. Can't stand the sight of it without him here.
Żeby jednak w sagach było, nie? Nazwisko czy tam imię.
There's something wrong, Basil.
Everything is wrong. We're burying the greatest smith who ever lived, and we don't have his tools to put with him.
I came across some at Aylthorpe. If you want, I can fetch.
Those are just the spares. He never took his best ones from the shelter.
I see. How is it that such valuable instruments have been misplaced?
Misplaced? Don't be daft. Hidden, more like.
By Sindri?
To make sure no one else ever touched them. Particularly Broker. Except now we can't find them.
You have no idea where they might be.
Well, they're inside the shelter, I can tell you that. Well, they can't be too far. Wouldn't be surprised if they're somewhere up high.
I thought dwarves were afraid of heights.
Not our Sindri. He was quite the climber. Now me, well, I prefer to keep my feet on the ground, right where they should be.
No okej, czyli musimy teraz znaleźć sprzęt, tak jest. No dobra.
I am very fond of the dwarves, yet their constant needs is exhausting. Oh, Loki. Friend, betrayer. What I'd give for a moment of your gilded conversation. Even the lies.
Wow. No dobra, pewnie gdzieś tutaj będzie trzeba... Ty no ziomek, dawaj. Się powspinać trochę. Let's go.
If I were Sindri, where would I hide my beloved tools?
No, żeby ich nikt nie znalazł, to gdzieś u góry, nie? Znajdź i weź narzędzia Sindriego. Czekajcie, no chłop lubił się napić, nie? Co my tutaj mamy? Nie gadajcie, że chłop się aż tutaj wspiął, albo na tym jest u góry, tak jak tam jakieś przedmioty. No nie, no raczej nie. Dobra, zerknijmy.
Where would I hide my beloved tools? Somewhere high up, perhaps.
Dobra, nie mamy hugru, więc pozbierajmy trochę. O, już widzę gdzie, dobra. To nie aż tak wysoko, jak myślałem. Czyli gdzieś tam pewnie.
That nest looks like a promising hidey hole.
Czy mogę wejść?
I could reach it
Nie
easily
mogę
enough.
wejść. Dobra. Tak się składa, że masz skrzydła głąbie. Cyk.
Finally, the tools of Sindri's trade.
No, dawaj.
I must reunite these tools with Sindri's remains before the ceremony begins.
Cyk. No i elegancko i wracamy. Łatwo poszło. Dawaj, klinia, let's go. Mamy radę zeskoczyć, tak? Nice. Cyk, cyk i jesteśmy na gąsiu.
The disaster has been averted.
Now I see why some call you God.
You're making me blush. Still, I have my moments. Heroes die, but not their legacy. Such was Sindri's courage, that tonight he feasts in Valhalla, the first of his kind to ever do so.
No i dobra, mamy to.
Evil has come. Perhaps he can be of use.
I'm here for the mead, not the company.
You dwarves and your love of mead. It's caused me enough trouble already.
It wasn't a dwarf who ransacked half of Jotunheim in search of some mysterious...
I wouldn't know anything about that. You know, old friend, now would be a good time for some grand gesture.
Like what?
A respectful speech from you, Sindri's greatest rival, would surely...
Ah, fuck off.
We must all make compromises. I can even give you the honeyed words. Time soothes the well of suffering, brings hope that sees beyond chill death, recasts the whirlpool of sorrow into the placid waters of the philosophic mind.
Are those words for Sindri or Baldur?
Baldur lives. Why would he need such words?
Of course, of course. I didn't mean to... Well, you know. Fine, I'll do the speech. But it will be one of my making, not yours. We dwarves don't care much for poetry. Still, we can't set about making speeches until the torches are all lit up.
Who knows how long it will take before the dwarves get around to lighting the torches. It will be faster if I do it.
No trochę tak Dziwnie się celuje, nie? W te pochodnie. Cyk, cyk.
The dwarves have saved the place for me. This is a great honor that they bestow.
No i dobra.
My brother. A true master. He was, I did not like Sindri, and he did not like me. Still, he was good with the hammer, and the chisel, and the saw. And he knew how to work the bellows. Some said better than anyone. Even me. Brocker, your brother was a very fine smithy. I admired him greatly.
Ale drewniane są te animacje, nie?
Master Broker, you've given Sindri an excellent send-off.
It's the least he deserves. But is it really true he feasts in Valhalla?
It is. I saw it in a vision. Come. Let's take a stroll.
No ciekawe. Ale wiadomo, że Odyn tak trochę wszystko nagina do swojej woli, nie?
Are you prepared to continue Sindri's good work?
Helping Ivaldi was not my brother's work.
But to find Sutra was. It's what got him killed.
Greed for mead is what got him killed.
It took courage to go after that meat. A direct challenge to Sutra's authority.
This is crooked thinking.
Seems straight enough to me.
You know, I don't reckon I owe you a bloody thing.
I risked my life to retrieve your brother's body. Now I'm prepared to risk it again. For you and all of Svartalfheim.
Bollocks! You ain't doing anything out of the goodness of your heart. I know what you're after. I know all about your lad Balder. I have ears, you know, even in my grief. So, don't pretend you're here for us, because I know—
Would you have me abandon my own son and strive only for your salvation?
Okay, when you say it like that. I need time. I'm still grieving, you know. Let me think on it, all right? A little old think.
Ja to trzeba konkretnie, kurde, powiedzieć, o co chodzi, a nie tam jakieś dookoła kombinacje robić, nie? Okej, jest po wszystkim chyba. Oho, co to się dzieje? Aha, dobra, on teraz myśli chyba w tym czasie, to chyba o to chodziło.
I should check on Broker, see if he has come to his senses.
Tak jest, dobra, to idziemy z chłopem pogadać.
Encourage him further.
No dobra. I skoro o tym wspomniał, że jeśli się nie zastanowił, to musimy go jeszcze przekonać, to podejrzewam, że będzie jakiś problem z tym. O, żelazo, dawaj, zawsze spoko. I let's go. Cyk, cyk. I jesteśmy. No dobra. Co nam ziomek powiesz mądrego? Mam nadzieję.
Good to see you're getting along. So, broker, do you accept your duty?
Don't have much choice, do I? Last thing I need is a godly smiting up my arse.
Let this be the start of a beautiful new friendship.
To study the Salakar, I'll need the very best of tools. Too bad this workshop is lacking.
Bugger off. I got more stuff here than you can wag a finger at.
Doubt it.
Ło.
If you find something you don't know how to use, just ask.
I'll be giving you lessons on how to use your own...
Bickering dwarves. How unusual.
Asa, you returned.
What? You deal with a fire nymph?
Not this again.
What news do you bring?
My stepmother is stubborn. I cannot push too hard or she will grow suspicious.
She has no interest in a trade.
Interest, yes. But not yet the will.
I don't understand.
The Salakar is all but indestructible. You, on the other hand, are not.
She assumes she'll catch me, kill me, and retrieve the Salakar.
Time is on her side.
Then I must strip her of this illusion. If I were to make a nuisance of myself, one that cannot be ignored.
Sinmara prepares to lead my father's next major invasion.
No.
But if I were to disrupt her plans, it may force her to the bargaining table.
Sounds risky to me.
I once plotted and carried out the murder of Emir himself. What do I care of risk?
Well, since you put it like that...
Where must I strike?
At Af Alvat Milna, my stepmother develops a strange army. At Jofursmida, she breeds beasts of war. And finally, there's Drekathorp, her supplies hub.
I'll deal with all three.
In the meantime, I shall return to Aetri. I will send word once my stepmother has become more... amenable.
No i dobra.
I'll return when I'm done. And I will expect answers regarding the Salakar.
No okej, wszystko jasne. Wiemy co mamy robić, trochę roboty przy tym będzie, ale to już w następnym odcinku. Jak wam się podoba, subik, łapa w górę, komentarz dla zasięgów, zapraszam na Discorda, na Twitcha i widzimy się w następnym odcinku. Trzymajcie się, cześć!
Everybody go.
Avenge us, almighty Odin! For only a god can kill a god.
Everybody die.